What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing a beer from the 450 North Brewing Company, and they're out of Columbus, Indiana, and this is their Slushy XL ripe juice. So they're calling this one a smoothie-style Berliner Weisse that is brewed with banana, mango, coconut, and passion fruit. Comes in at 5.3% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. This can is approximately 2 months old. I want to give a huge thanks and shout out to a very good friend of mine and viewer of the channel, Alex, for hooking me up with this one. So thank you very much, good sir. I'll post a link in the description box to the beer mail unboxing video I did that contains all the goodies that Alex sent me this time around. And I was surprised when I saw 450 North in the box because you know, Alex is from the Delaware area and he does a lot of trading and whatnot, but yeah, I was just surprised to see one. Now, here's the thing. I have not reviewed a 450 North beer. I think the last time I reviewed one was late last year, and it was their Slushy XL Golden Lime. And I actually posted that review on the same day that the news broke that the ABVs of their slushy beers were incorrect. Apparently, I don't know exactly what the issue was, but I think that they were calculating the ABV before they would mix them with the fruit puree they use, because they, you know, let's say they took an 8% Berliner Weisse and they mixed it with, you know, half fruit puree and half Berliner Weisse. Obviously, it's no longer 8%. So I believe that Golden Lion was supposed to be, because it was a XL slushy, it was supposed to be 10%. And I think it came in at like actually 3.4%. So huge, you know, issue for a lot of people, myself included. You know, that's not cool. You should definitely have the right ABVs and whatnot. And so many of these beers are reviewed over the last year and a half. All of them came courtesy of a very good friend of mine and friend of the channel, viewer of the channel, Todd. And, you know, every time I would review one of these beers, I would be like, there's no way this is 8% or 10%. Turns out they weren't. They were like half of that, maybe a third of that. So kind of a bummer. Now, this is the first, like I said, beer I'm reviewing since the whole you know, the whole news broke of the ABV and whatnot, the controversy, so to speak. And I'm interested to see how this one is. Now, they actually send their beers to an independent lab and they have them calculate the ABV for them. And this one came out at 5.3%. So it is 5.3% actually. They no longer list the ABVs on the cans. They do the independent testing. And I think like a day or two before the release, they, you know, post what the ABVs are for each slushy. So 5.3%, smoothie-style Berliner Weisse, banana, mango, coconut, passion fruit. I love bananas, mangoes, coconuts, my favorite adjunct, favorite fruit in general, but adjunct when it comes to beers, and I love passion fruit too. So another thing, you might be asking, why is it in the glass already? Well, Alex actually sent me a message and was like, hey man, heard some rumors of this one exploding on people, even in the fridge. And I had this in the fridge. And when I felt the can, it was close to exploding for sure. So I put it in a, he said, you might want to throw it in a baggie or something. So I threw it in a Ziploc bag and kept it in that Ziploc bag until I opened it. So I opened this over the sink, inside the bag, and yeah, it gushed. I lost a couple ounces. I think this is an 18-ounce glass, and there's pretty much about, I don't know, 14 ounces, we'll say, maybe 14 and a half. So I lost maybe 2 ounces of it. So I didn't lose all of it, but definitely gushed. It didn't explode, it gushed. So anyway, throw it over here. Let's get into the review. So that looks like all those fruits combined. It has this, it might not look great on camera, but in person it looks fine. It looks like some kind of fruit puree. I would guess like a combination of banana and mango, mostly mango. As you can see, it has all of the pulp on the sides. It looks super thick and turbid and murky and whatnot. Yeah, looks like what you'd expect this beer to look like based on the ingredients. Let's get a nose. Yeah, so first thing that's actually hit me is passion fruit. It's the last ingredient listed. But then I'm getting banana, a little bit of that mango, not getting a ton of coconut here. It smells like it's going to be tart, but it also smells like it's going to be sweet. A lot of these can be super sweet. Sometimes they're super tart. This one seems like it's going to have a nice balance. Slightly acidic kind of tone, probably from the passion fruit mostly. Yeah, it smells like a combination of those four fruits, maybe minus the coconut, not getting a lot of coconut. It smells like fruit juice. It smells like, you know, fruit smoothie or something. Doesn't really smell like beer. And, you know, there's the whole argument, you know, is this beer? Does it taste like beer? Does it matter for people? For me, if it is a beer, I mean, the base beer is a Berliner Weisse, but they're using so much fruit puree that turns in kind of like a pretty much like a fruit smoothie and almost can't even tell it's a beer. A couple of them I've tasted, I actually get the base Berliner Weisse, but more often than not, I don't. Does that bother me? No. Will it bother you? It might. Yeah, it definitely might. A lot of people out there, you know, don't mess around with these beers because they're just not into them, and I get it. But anyway, it smells pretty good. Let's get into it. Cheers, everybody, and thanks again, Alex. Oh, ooh, as a firm tartness, almost approaching sour. Wow. First things first, carbonation's low. A lot of these beers, carbonation's usually low because you want to make it like the fruit smoothie-esque kind of mouthfeel. Soft, smooth, creamy. This has like a lower side of full body thickness to it. I mean, it's 5.3%. It drinks like a beer would 10 to 12%. Like it has a big thickness to it because of the fruit puree. So yeah, body, say lower to medium full. And the mouthfeel, soft, smooth, creamy, definitely undercarbonated. It probably lost a decent amount of carbonation because it exploded. It gushed. I said it gushed. I did not explode. It gushed. But the taste, the first thing I hit up front with is passion fruit. Last ingredient listed, but it's just a lot of passion fruit. That hits me right at the tip of the tongue. It's sweet passion fruit with like a sour passion fruit, a little bit of an acidic passion fruit. Then it starts, going through the rest of the palate. And the banana comes in, has like an over-ripened, really sweet banana kind of taste to it. Then there's a fleshy mango hitting right after that. Not getting any coconut, which is slightly disappointing me. Because like I said, coconut's one of my favorite fruits, if not my favorite fruit. And then it's my favorite adjunct in beers. I love coconut. And not really getting it here. This finishes with a nice mixture of sweetness from the fruit, a sourness, I'd say higher side of tartness, lower side of sourness from the base Berliner Weisse, and a nice acidic kind of vibe from the fruits being used. Some of these can be sickly sweet. This is not sickly sweet to me. It has a lot of sweetness, but it's cut by the acidity and also the tartness. It really does cut it down a decent amount. Now here's the question. If somebody handed me this and said, here's a fruit smoothie with these 4 fruits, would I tell you there's beer? Yeah. And you know why? Here's the crazy thing. It's not big. It's not super noticeable. But compared to the beers I had in the past from them, I actually can taste the alcohol. Very slightly. A slight warming in the chest. Very slight. It's 5.3%, but like a warming in my chest kind of makes me feel like it's 7, 7.5, 8. If I was doing this blind, I would guess lower because that's usually what these beers are, like, sub 6, 7%. But like, there is a little bit of alcohol warming in my chest, which is crazy. So I do taste the alcohol just ever so slightly. Does it distract me? No, but it makes me actually understand that this is an alcoholic beverage. Would I say beer? Nah, probably like a cocktail, but it is a beer. It's the base is a Berliner Weisse. It's, mixed with so much fruit puree that you can just, believe that this isn't beer, but it is. And the alcohol, I actually like the alcohol being there because it doesn't make me think that I'm just drinking like a fruit smoothie. So I'm enjoying this one. It's not my favorite from them. I don't know what my favorite is at this point. They just made so many good slushies in the past that I enjoyed. I think the strawberry blueberry was up there. The blackberry jam one I had was fantastic. So this isn't up there as one of my favorite, but I will say it's pretty damn tasty. I get 3 of the 4 fruits, and I like banana, mango, and passion fruit, so I'm not disappointed. Yeah, rating on the Slushy XL ripe juice from 450 North. I'll go a low 4.25 out of 5. We'll go 4.2 out of 5. I think that's a fair score. To get higher, I would want to see the coconut be here for sure, without question. And that's pretty much it. I think the highest I would give this based on taste would be like a low 4.5. So this would bump up, say, for 4.2 to like a 4.4 or something like that. But without that coconut, 4.2 is the best I can get it, which still really, really good score. So thanks again to Alex for hooking me up with this one. Price and availability, these are brewery only, and I believe the price point is $22 a 4-pack. Would I pay $22 a 4-pack for this one? Maybe, to try it once. Now that I've tasted and whatnot, I wouldn't buy it again at $5.50 a can just because while I do enjoy it, I want the coconut, so this would be one from them I probably wouldn't buy again, but at a 4.2 out of 5, I still think it's good. So if you've had this one, let me know what you think about it. What do you guys think about the 450 North controversy? Will you stop buying their products? Do you continue to buy their products? Do you trade for them, whatnot? I know my buddy Todd still, I think he just went to a release. They did the curbside pickup and stuff, and he went there and picked up, I think, 5 different slushies. So, I still like to try more from them, especially after this. I want to see how some of these, as far as ABV-wise go, how they taste and whatnot. And like I said, 5.3, I can taste the alcohol a little bit, so that's cool. I like that. It's not, you're not telling me it's 8 to 10% and it drinks like it's 3 because it actually is 3. It's actually 5.3%, and yeah, I think it's a good beer. So once again, thanks to Alex for hooking me up with this one. Appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review. Be on the lookout for another one tomorrow, and until then, cheers.